Welcome to another episode of the Guericast, the immigrants. My name is Thomas do Prado Coelho. I'm today with Fatih, a co-worker.
Hi.
Thank you very much for your presence.
You are welcome.
I'm missing to do this podcast. I did 2 episodes already. I'm not sure if you saw them with Steve and Zbigniew.
I think I have seen one of them.
One of them, okay. So we basically, if you don't know me, this is your first episode you're watching right now. My name is Thomas do Prado Coelho. I'm born and raised in Brazil, in a big city of São Paulo. And nowadays I'm living in Molde, Little Molde, 25,000 inhabitants city in, or village, as you want to say, in Norway, in the west-north coast of Norway. And I invite some friends and co-workers and people who I hang out and share my life here in Norway. I invite them to come here and we share the experience of to be a immigrant in Norway, the good part, the bad part, and where we struggle when we came, what the things we most like it. And I want to do a small introduction of Fatih. If I say something wrong, you just say, this is not correct, or he works with me here in Moldebade. It's a swimming center. I'm a lifeguard here. We do a little bit of cleaning. He's have much more duties than me. He works over 12 years here in Moldebade already. So he looks after the whole maintenance of the place, water quality, and all those technical things as well. And he's one of the lifeguard certificates who approve or disapprove people to work here. So he does he teaches the course to us, and then he says you are able to be a lifeguard here with us, or unfortunately you need to fix those things. And nowadays he's been testing us a lot during the duties, which is you come to work and you have to go in the water. He's doing that a lot. It's quite nice. Another things from him, you've been living in Norway over 13 years?
Yes.
Almost. So that was your first job when you came?
Not actually. First time when I come, my ex-wife was living in Denmark.
Okay.
Then I've been in Denmark for a while.
Okay.
Then I moved back to Norway and I think it's beginning of 2010.
Yes.
And start work in a hospital.
Okay. In this one in Molde here.
In Molde,
okay.
With all the old women.
Okay, looking after the elders and yeah.
No, I was working in the kitchen.
Okay, making
then in March, then they decide to open here the swimming pool. Then I apply to work here.
Yeah.
Then I get a work as a vicariat.
Okay.
And I wasn't so good in Norwegian. Haven't been so long in Norskkurs.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
It's quite the Norwegian language. Yeah. It's then, very hard one to learn.
Actually it is not, but you if you can speak a little bit English, then you take it easy. You are a little bit lazy because of you think everybody speaks English, why I need to learn another language.
Yeah.
You
just switch straight away to English.
Yes.
And
also I didn't have so much time because I was working too much.
Okay.
I was working at 5 instead in the same time.
Yeah.
I was working in a hotel.
5 jobs, 5 different jobs. Yeah.
Stays beside you.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole immigrant package. When you come, everything it comes, you just accept it and try to make it. Yeah. Another thing of Fatih is I don't know which level of the diving. Do you are master diver?
I'm a PADI master scuba diver trainer instructor.
Okay.
And a CMAS instructor in the same time. And
so you also can give certification for divers?
Not anymore because of you have to pay for teaching status.
To keep the
teaching
every year.
Yeah. But when I don't do that business anymore.
Yeah. So you don't do it, but you can dive as
I can dive, or I can just take a refresh course and just continue. Then, but as far as I don't do that work here anymore, it's just stupid to pay payment.
Okay. How many divings you have in your resume? In your over 1,000?
Or over a few thousand.
A few thousand.
It's almost over 8,000.
Okay, so almost 10,000. Wow, that's a lot. And he's from Turkey. It's a big country. How many millions is in your country?
It was 82, but since we take some Syrian people there as a refugees.
Now it's over 100 already?
No, it's I think around 85, 86
okay, 85
millions.
millions. In your city? What's the name of your city come from?
I born actually in the border of the Syria. I'm originally Kurdish, not a Turkish.
Okay.
It's two different cultures.
Oh, that's a new thing. That's I didn't know. You see?
Yeah. But I'm Kurdish,
Yeah.
but we have a different, little bit different culture. Actually, we are in same religions, but we are totally different language. But I born in a small town. They call it Mardin. It's a big town for there. It's about 600,000-700,000 people live there.
Okay.
But my family have been moving Alanya when I was like 2 months old, and I grew up with the Turkish friends.
Okay.
That's why my Kurdish is not good.
Okay. And another thing, it's very nice when I started to live here and you meet a lot of immigrants, and is so impressive the skills of the language skills of the immigrants and the number of language those people can speak. Like in my case, and it's not that impressive. I can do 4 languages, 2 very well and 2 so. Let's say, but how you can speak 4 languages?
I can speak 4 languages as well.
4 languages very well, and
No,
you can...
not actually. Norwegian is we are used to talk every day, and in English I haven't been talking since 13 years.
Yeah.
Just
and we avoid here
just in a vacation
work,
or like that something. And Kurdish is my mother language.
Yeah.
But I was very bad with Kurdish because of I grew up in a Turkish city.
And
I could understand everything, but I
Yeah.
couldn't speak.
Yeah.
But since I started work in a restaurant here, it's called Milano.
Yes.
There were a lot of Kurdish people, and some of them couldn't speak Turkish.
Okay.
And there I learned Kurdish back again.
Okay.
And of course English and Turkish in the same time.
Well, Arabic you cannot.
No, I cannot speak Arabic. Kurdish, Arabic, and Turkish
they are different.
They are different
Okay.
languages.
Okay. The biggest one is the Arabic is the biggest language of those 3.
In Turkish, it's just Azerbaijan Turkish and Turkish folk they can speak.
Yeah.
But Arabic is more than 20 countries.
Okay, so it's quite yeah.
But of course, because of we have the same religions
People,
bring some words than you used to say same things.
Okay.
But Arabic is have totally another language that we cannot understand.
Those 3 are so different than the ones I speak. So sometimes when I hear, I think everything is Arabic.
No,
but
it's not.
Yeah, it's different. And then you have 2 daughters as well. We're still in the presentation, but it's nice to having this chat
Yes,
coming back. 2 nice children, a boy and a girl. They come quite often here to swim, and they are very nice. And one thing I think I never told you, you have your own restaurant right now. It's over a year. You have your own business.
Yes, I have since over 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Almost,
okay.
because of in 2020 in April we opened it.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, and we are still continued.
That's very nice.
I'm
I
still
haven't
working.
been, but I will make a visit.
I will make you double price
I
when you
promise. Yeah, it's not that close in town here, but it's
a little bit far away.
It's nice, yeah. But so you have your own business. You work full time with us. Very busy man, 2 kids, and before you have already 5 kind of jobs. But one thing I never told you, and I think it's very nice since we work together, and I'm seeing that always in. I miss that a lot in Norwegian people, in the locals. It's you are very responsible man. You know, you have your duties. You come on time. You work well. You have your own business. You look after your kids. But one thing you never did, you never left the child inside of you die, and you always come with some nice light, and you play with people, and this is very nice, and this is not common in the Scandinavian culture. You don't see not even the kids being kids here, and you have this, like, you're an adult man, grown man, but you still have this child inside of you, and this is very nice. It's something I really appreciate, and I wanted to tell you that in the podcast. And what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think I will try to never kill the child what I have inside me.
It's very nice. It's a beautiful thing, and
it's not always. Sometimes it's very easy to misunderstanding for other people with small jokes and other things.
Yeah.
Because of all the people, they don't have same humor as you have. But it doesn't. I don't know. It's make me so happy to see a small kid is smiling or laughing, make them laugh or make them happy with small things. It's not the things you give them can make happy. You can with small jokes can make.
And you make the adults as well. It's like
Yes,
it's
yes.
nice you have this. You keep it that spirit, let's say. And I think one thing you comment I didn't know you when you moved from Turkey, or I don't know which place you were before you came to Denmark. You were in Turkey or you were living?
I was living in Turkey, and my ex-wife she's Norwegian from this town,
Yes.
but she was working in Denmark.
Okay.
For a while. Then when I just arrived to Norway, then I stay here like 2-3 weeks. Then I go back because I don't know anyone here.
Yeah. So
Right.
can
Then
be
I
boring,
go
yeah.
together with her there. Since then school was closed for the language.
Yeah.
Then when the school start again, then I move back here and I live here like for 5 months more alone
Yeah.
in the basement of her grandmother's house.
Okay.
Then she moved back.
But in Denmark, you didn't have like work experience or visa permits, like you didn't
No,
do
no, no. I was just
paperwork or-
I didn't have anything to do because of I was not able to work in Denmark.
And she was planning to come back to Norway with you.
She was planning to
and
come back to Norway, but she couldn't come because of she has to sign
finish
that
the
paper.
contract.
Yes.
Yeah, finish the contract and things. Okay, because I would ask because I remember Zibidi, he did his moving and he stays first in Sweden. And then when he moved to Sweden, it was very easy to do the paperwork. And
Yes,
then
it's
from
much
Sweden to
difficult.
Norway he didn't have to do anything. So the podcast was a bit, we play a bit a different role, let's say. But because I have some struggles and I already commented in the other episodes, you guys can check it out. No, we're not gonna talk about that. But when you came to Norway, you came with your wife. Was hard to get the papers like back then, 13 years ago?
No, it was like we get married in Turkey,
Okay.
and we apply or she apply to visa for me.
Okay.
When I come, the thing was already.
It was already
done,
accepted
yes.
and was everything on. And did you like this? Because in Norway here you have the whole adaptation process for the immigrants. Now we are getting a lot of Ukrainians.
Yes.
I sold one of my old bike last week, and it was an Ukrainian guy. I asked, "Hey, where are you from?" He was like, Ukraine. I was like, I didn't want to comment anything from the war, of course. You don't make that kind of questions. Your family okay? Or I think it's a frustrating situation for all of them and people around. But we get a lot of them, and they have this whole process. So in your case, you came as a wife, so you're not as a refugee.
I'm not a refugee.
Yeah, because the refugees, they got some help, financial help, let's say. But you could study, when you study Norwegian in the school, in the voksenopplæring, which is the language school, you didn't have to pay, right? For a
when
while.
you are married, first 3 years,
It's free.
it's for free.
Yeah.
But after 3 years, I've been in a language school again.
Okay.
Then I had to pay because I was very bad
Okay.
about the right in Norwegian. I
And then
could
it's
speak
quite
English.
expensive, huh?
That is quite expensive.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have to pay in the beginning, and then while I was studying, I got my visa through my wife, and then I didn't have to
then
pay
you don't have to,
afterwards.
yes.
And then I was even more motivated in things. And okay, so about that, you apply from there. You did the right thing, because I came here and I applied here.
No,
so that was my kind of frustration, and I was applying for the jobs, and they wouldn't get me because I didn't have a
Yeah,
visa.
but-
So it was very.
Your situation is more difficult than mine because of when I get here, then everything was in a place
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Just the problem was she was living in Denmark. I had to live here for a while. But I have some friends here. They come here and they apply for visum here, and they don't know what answer they will get. They are
Takes
not able to
time,
work.
yeah.
They will. They are not
Organization, it's
yeah,
quite
they-
slow. It's
Yeah,
many
it's
applications.
stressful,
So
yes.
yeah. And then you were working as a scuba diver instructor, a
I was
teacher.
working
Many years in Turkey.
Yeah, since I was 13, I was a dishwasher in a diving boat. And
Okay.
since I get 30, I was
You was
39,
working in the
29.
industry. Yeah.
I was working in a diving school.
Because when you work in a boat, you can dive.
Yes.
Right. So you start this passion and
Yeah, I just go up to level, I have to wait for my age to get over 18 for
Yeah.
get some certifications, and you know we start to work a little bit earlier.
And it's a nice environment, and the hospitality, and you meet a lot of new people, international, the girls. It's a good lifestyle. Huh? I
Yes,
did a little
you-
bit of
you-
hotel
you-
jobs and things, so
This is not same because of an hotel you have the same customer every day, but in
Yeah.
a diving job, just certificate divers can be for a while there. Otherwise, they are just a discover beginner. That means they will come and dive and go. Then you will never see.
okay.
We had both of them. We had certificate diver or beginner divers. Then you every day you meet with the new people, with new culture, and
Yeah.
you know.
In this industry here in Norway, because the water is Norway is a bit more dark, not greener, right? It's a green.
It's not always in the.
You have this
just-
seaweed touch kind of.
If you dive in the winter time, I have been diving here
Yeah.
in the winter time.
The
with dry
visibility is
suit.
good.
Visibility is much better than in summertime.
Okay.
But of course, it's not as bad as in Turkey because of in Turkey when it's good visibilities, you have like 30 meter, and here if you have a good visibilities, it's like 1.5 meter.
Yeah. And here I never see someone like paying for a tour, or you don't see those tour companies. I think because of the weather, people.
There is a lot of industrial diver here.
Okay.
But there is a diving club in Ålesund and in Oslo. Because of first year when I come, I want to continue to my business
Yeah.
because of I have experience with
Yeah.
that. But then I don't want to move the cities.
Yeah. And another thing I remember when because we both you had the Norwegian wife, and my wife is Norwegian. I still have it there, but I remember we were talking about girls, and the one funny thing I remember you told me, because you said Norwegian woman is not for me anymore. You told me that, and I want to know what.
No, not actually. I don't. Do I have to answer?
No, you don't have to.
No,
but I
cannot-
remember you
I
told
can-
me that, and I was like, oh, my wife is Norwegian. I'm still okay, but we are like 4 years married. It's a short marriage. Things can change. I hope not. But it was funny to see because you had experience for different girls from the world doing this tourism work. You meet a lot of different girls. You can say and guys as well, as you open. But I remember you told me that, and I had this in my head. Like, the Norwegian girls, I'm a bit tired of them.
Not actually Norwegian girls, but because of the culture.
Yes.
It's very different than what I have been growing up.
Okay.
And after a while, anyway, as far as I try to get in this culture, you feel like you are a little bit outside of it.
Yeah.
And this culture will make you, for after a while, it will crash each other, and you will lose the respect. I have been, and I had that experience. After my ex-wife, I have been living with some other Norwegian woman.
Yes.
As a sambar. I don't
Yeah,
know what is
as
its name in English.
Sharing the house,
living together,
yeah.
yes. And she was one of the nicest person I ever met in Norway. But still, you see that something is missing.
Okay.
For example, in our culture, if I come with my friends to home and they will visit me in home,
Yeah.
the woman, they will at
She
least
would be comfortable.
Yeah, she will just stand up or do something, not just continue to laying in
Yeah.
front of TV like nothing happened. You know,
Okay.
we have that different cultures.
Yeah.
People here is more relaxed. At the beginning, it's very nice, but after a while, you don't feel so comfortable
yeah.
with that relaxing
You
anymore.
you miss some more. Yeah.
You have more responsibility, more effect.
Yeah.
But this is not because of they do wrong. It's because of maybe I am not acceptable anymore
Yeah.
as before. I just want much easier life. And also it's much easier if you are in same culture.
Yeah.
It's always more difficult if you have two different culture.
Okay. I got it. That's a good answer.
It can have a fun, that's all, but nothing
yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah. No, I understand, and I really understand what you say, because there is this crash, and there is always some for both sides we have some adaptation, but it never it's merged completely.
If you compare Norwegian and Brazilian culture, maybe it's more close to each other. But
always will be a little gap.
I have been coming from more stronger or more different culture than here. It takes even longer. Even I have been living so far here.
Yeah.
Still, sometimes I can get surprised.
Because in Brazil we are a culture of a mix already. You know, we came in this place where We got everyone from everybody, you know, from Africa and the Indians and the Europeans came. So it's we started the country was already a big mix. So I think for us maybe it's easier to blend and to
it can
maybe.
be.
But the Norwegian they are very different culture than even the others European ones. I would say it's a particular. Some things are very nice. Some things are not the best.
We are not used to.
Yeah, we are not used to, but still, it's a great country to live in. And
it is.
Are you happy here in Norway? Do you have a plan to retire to be a pensionist? When you do that in maybe 20 years or whenever you can, will you do here in Norway or will you go back to Turkey or maybe you go to Maldives or Vietnam? Or...
I really don't know, but one thing I know, I don't want to die here in Norway.
Okay.
When I wanna die, when I'm close to die, of course, nobody knows when they will die.
You never know.
But I want to die in Turkey.
Okay, you want to be there, and
My heart is there.
Okay, you want to be back there. That's nice. Nice to hear. Another thing I want to ask you about, you as an immigrant, most of us are very hard workers, as we say before. We work hard and we work in different jobs. We are open to do cleaning, serving, inside of the kitchen, outside of the kitchen, go up, go down, changing beds, or whenever opportunity we got, we go. But you are a success case of an immigrant because you have your own business right now for almost 3 years, which is nice. And then you open in a very challenging time, which was the Corona time, the COVID-19.
Yes,
was in the end of this.
No, it was week after I take the restaurant. It come Corona. It was very difficult situation for me because I had to borrow the money from my own house to get the restaurant. It was difficult situation.
A lot of unsure time because you were new in the business as well, and so
you don't know what you're gonna do, and you don't know what will happen, and you even borrow more money on your house to get that restaurant. You know,
it could get in a bad situation.
Yes, it could.
Like the Corona, it didn't hit that bad here in Norway. I feel like we had
in restaurant branch, it's hit quite a lot.
The rules were a bit strict. Too much for selling alcohol, which is one of the best products you can make profit in this.
But
branch.
Again, the government. They ask you what you had last year in this time, how much you sell and how much you lose this year because of the Corona, and they will help you to
keep up,
kind of. But when I had just new firma and new restaurant, I couldn't show what I earned last year. Then I didn't even think about applying.
You were just let's make it happen and and now it's done. But it was nice, like we had some effect, but I was seeing in Brazil and my friends in Australia as well, the impact was the impact was a bit bigger than here. Luckily Norway, we are in the end of Europe on the top, so it's like it's easier to close the borders.
And also population in Norway is not as big as in French or Holland, because Holland is small area but too much people.
So the virus wasn't rotating as high as the other places and things. But how is the experience to open your own business here and like in a bureaucratic way? It's like was very hard to do it, or if you have the money it's all good, and now like you save a lot of money?
Not like if you have the money everything is good. You have to work on it. You have to change a lot of things and tables and.
But I mean,
it's also difficult. Here we work with people as well, and there I work with people as well. But here I have my own responsibility.
Yeah.
There
the picture is much bigger.
Picture is going on many things. Of course, here is you have more like focus on security and take care of the people.
Yeah.
But there could be many other things, and especially rules about the drink and other thing is more stronger here.
Yeah.
You have to watch out everything, and you should be sure that you have the right person beside you and do the work together.
Do everything by the book and
I am lucky. I have my friends. He's helping a lot.
Yeah, we have a nice co-worker. I'm trying to bring him to the podcast. Aaron, if you're seeing that, please come with us. The Guericast wait for you, man. He would be a good one to do some. I would like to interview him as well.
Yes.
Because it's a funny thing. You and the other two guests I got was Bidi and Steven. You guys have a. Of course, Steven worked with us as well, but the common thing, you guys all from the billiard club. Is this your main hobby right now? Playing billiard here, or you're still doing scuba diving, of course, but what's your, when you have a free time, no family
I don't have so much free time actually.
I know, but when the restaurant, like, the manager is there...
Maybe last, even so, then I'm going to get in more trouble perhaps soon, but it's a little bit rule, I get more free time actually in winter time.
Okay.
But
what's your main hobby when you
I like to go diving, or I like to go play billiard. Sometimes I prefer to be lazy, just
is the league in the club done?
No, I think everybody is waiting for me because I'm the last person. Many people are supposed to wait. Yes, okay. I still. Years before it was much better for me, but this year I'm quite busy.
No, but it's good. But when I was asking about the restaurant thing, coming back now, because we went to hobby, but like, because your restaurant is located in a countryside, we can say a countryside area, and it's a lot of local people. Of course, most of the people live by, they born there, their families are from there. How was the acceptability, like they really like it when you came with the restaurant? The restaurant was there already.
It was restaurant there
but
before.
when it changed, like when it changed the key changed to your hand, how like the customers did you feel like a warm nice
the small towns here in Norway, they are more warmer than big cities. Big cities, the people, they don't know each other, they don't say hello to each other, so actually but small town, if they take a while till they know you. After they know who you are, what you are doing, then it's going well.
If they try, they accept it, then that's very nice.
But because of that restaurant was one other Turkish guy was
already okay.
And I just take it over. And
so let's say it's not a big change when you, of course there is many changes, but from the outside,
if it was one Norwegian and one Turkish,
there could be maybe some
be,
rejection, or could be some. Okay, very nice. So we talk about the hobbies, and what's the thing when you go to Turkey, visit your family and scuba dive and visit your friends, what the thing you miss in Norway?
Kids.
The kids. But if they go with you, something from Norway.
I've been taking them with me actually.
But I mean something from Norway, like maybe
it depends on if you are going
the quality of the fish, the quality of the water, maybe the air, maybe the cold ocean when you go inside and refresh, or something
not that much things I'm going to miss here.
Okay, you don't think much about that.
No.
I remember
when I'm there, I want to, because of there is a lot of things I miss there.
Yeah.
Then I'm always trying to do these things that I haven't been done since I come here. Then I never have a time to think about what I miss here.
Yeah. And we know we can come back and we're gonna have a plenty what we all wanted, and it's nice.
But one thing I can say, I can say that I miss the naturally of here, very nice nature.
Okay.
That can I say.
The green in summertime is pretty green, and we have plenty of...
Summertime is very nice here.
Yeah. This summer's been hard, huh? It was
this summer is one of the worst summer I have ever seen.
Yeah. For me, it's the worst by far. It's like I don't think I'll get that bad. I think we got 2 weeks of sunny in 3 months, and after that or before that we just got raining, and the weather doesn't go over 15 degrees this year. It's been really terrible.
But is it so matter? We are inside every day.
Yeah, I know, but we could be outside if it was better. But the problem is this year, all the other places in Europe are
It's quite nice
hot.
weather if you go to south as well.
I know,
Norway as well.
that's as well. But here we got, because we got all this storm coming from the ocean and the Antarctica and Greenland, and oh my God,
It's okay. You can live with
it.
It's not me who is biking to work. Then it's okay for me.
I'm biking almost every day, so it's. I know I have some future projects. We're not gonna talk about that. I have some great news as well to tell my followers and people who's following the channel. but we are not going to
That
do
far.
any spoiler or things.
You can still tell me. I can keep it.
No, you
secret.
already know, but it's kind of we're working on it, and probably most of our leaders from work gonna watch it, so it's they already know as well. So, but it's all good. We are having a good time at work as we can, let's say. One more thing I wanted to ask. Let's try to remember. I'm doing this all freestyle, so I don't have any paper or things. I like it. I prefer to do that way. I think it's more original and to bring people and to share. So you didn't have problems to do the paperwork. Was all good. You came already with the visa approved, so everything was smooth. The adaptation, you say the language was quite challenged, but you ended up
not just the language, but the culture.
Yeah.
It takes quite a lot of energy of me to become that level what I am right now.
Yeah.
Because
And the party here, it's where we live. It's a hard place to find a nice party. Let's say if you don't do at home, or usually the work parties are nice.
I'm not used to go so
Usually.
often. I'm a little bit tired for party things.
Yeah.
If
But here it's like if you are young, we see the young ones they live to do the uni. But if you are young and you're gonna stay
I'm
home,
not young, when I come to Norway, then I was already 30 years.
yeah, and you were married as well, so it's
I
the
had
same
enough party
situation.
before I
and,
come
yeah.
to Norway. That is okay.
So like we don't want the party because otherwise we're gonna get trouble. Basically, it's kind of if you go to the party.
You have to watch out.
Yeah,
for you, but
in a small city, it's never a good call. Okay, we got 32 minutes of this interview. I really appreciate your time. I think it was a nice chat. This one was much shorter than the last ones. The last ones I did 1 hour, but I got the tips or the recommendation. People who's watch it, they told me you should do a bit shorter, and it'll be easier for people to watch and to say things.
And you told me that you are going to pay for that.
Maybe that's 5 crowns. If it's 5 crowns, the deal is still okay. I come with the coin tomorrow. Do you want to send a message for someone, maybe in Tirka, someone who will watch this podcast, or for my friends in Brazil?
I just get engaged. It's not so far. A long time ago from Turkey.
That's
then I
very
can
nice.
say hello to her.
To her.
Perhaps she cannot speak
You can
English.
say
She's not gonna
in
understand
Kurdish.
it.
You can say in Kurdish. Maybe she will watch it.
As Prushtatkan.
There you go. Do you say I love you or?
Yes, but it was in Kurdish, not in
Okay,
Turkish.
that's good. Yeah, that's nice. There's a lot of people also watch us from Australia. Most of the people is Australia, Norway, and Brazil. But most of the people.
Perhaps I'm gonna send after you put it on. I'm gonna send that link to her. Maybe she can try.
You can say receba. Receba is very famous thing you say in Brazil now. There's one of the YouTube guys super
Receba,
famous.
that means
Receba mean receive, like get that.
Receba.
Receba. And then I will put for this podcast we just recorded for the first time in Spotify as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm uploading just the audios if people can just listen. But in the video in YouTube will be there. We are recording that in our workplace, the place we eating, and thanks for staying.
I can call that. It's almost my bed. I always used to lay there.
Thanks for staying a bit longer than your shift, and
actually I finished like 35 minutes ago.
I know. So that's nice. You staying a bit longer to give him that chat. It was nice to talk with you. This quick chat and know a little bit more about you. As I told you, I take you as a forbild, eh? So no, you're a crazy one, but you're, as I said before, you're a responsible guy, and you take things serious when they need to be serious. But when you have a room to be playful and make people happy, you really find that gap, and you do in a good way. And that's I think in the environment we live, which people is more closed and they are a bit more. I wouldn't say sad. A lot of people say sad, but
no, it's not sad. It's
they are just closer, and they don't.
It's just culture. You have to accept that.
And this, I think, it builds a very nice environment for the work, and when we are out of the work as well, in the billiard club or those things. So keep the way you are. Thank you for the presence, and I see you next time.
Tomorrow morning.
Receba, obrigado.
Bye
Tu
bye.
sentak. Dale. Thank you, Fatih.
I don't know what we are going to talk.
So it's everything. I'm recording everything just to have a backup if some of the camera things in. But and then I would make a clap, and then we're gonna start from the clap. I will make like 2 minutes introduction, and then we started. You don't need, if you don't want to answer, just say, nah, this one I don't want to talk about it, or you don't need to lie, but you say, man, there's no need to say.